Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners.
Hello? You play to win the game.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. That's all I got to say. It makes me want to puke.
The train wreck of social media is now on the air. Here is your host.
to Gordon Central.
I don't trust my Jeep that far.
See if we just got audio coming. There it is.
We good now, people? Can we get some thumbs up out there?
That was part of the.
All right, Facebook now has sound, so yeah, we're good.
That was part of the, and I'm sorry y'all missed. Maybe I'm not sorry y'all missed the rant. All right, because we had the first part of the show, and I do apologize for this. But as you can tell, huh?
I said you just missed it.
As you can tell, we got company tonight. Finally, shows back up, and brings a
Finally,
contract.
after all of one show.
Two shows, and you did it at the end of the week, so we had to carry on several weeks of me getting hammered going, why is it the Blank and Below show?
Several weeks.
Several weeks, several days.
Same thing. Time is slow in my mind.
That's all that's slow, because everything else is zoom, zoom, zoom.
How's that go?
You heard me.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Are you spelling it out?
All I want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom.
All right. Bart, why you? Yeah, you got to lean.
I'm where I need to be. So
I got my cherry Coke. I got the mini fridge. July 1st is D-Swane Day. All is good in the world.
So you are going to be at the shows from now on?
Yes. And I'm ready to talk sports. Randall, you ready to talk sports?
Well, let me ask you, was it Joey Freshwater? Is that who you talked to as your representative?
No, it was Ron Mexico.
Oh, that's a combo right there.
Ron Mexico and Joey Freshwater.
Do you know who Ron Mexico is?
No, I'm afraid to ask.
That is Michael Vick.
Yeah, that'd be a fun night.
Really?
Yes.
One night on the town with Joey Freshwater and
And Ron Mexico.
All right. Now, this past week, SEC kicks off. Week 1 of SEC football. Give and takes from this weekend. What was the biggest surprise that you've seen that you thought, oh, wow?
I think it's a unanimous.
LSU.
I can answer this. Yeah, not just because I thought Mississippi State could play with them. It's 623 yards of passing.
Have you saw the meme going around Facebook? But we only gave up 9
yards rushing. Yeah. No, I did see the SEC short today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How many yards did your team give up rushing?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That's fantastic. Shatters the SEC record. Not by 6 yards, not by 12 yards. 70-something yards higher. Honestly, I thought Burrow had to have flirted with 600 last year.
No.
They didn't even throw for 550 in a game.
No. I was at the Tennessee-Kentucky game. Tim Couch's senior year, Peyton's junior year. And I think Peyton threw for 5
Couch threw or left after his junior year, so it would have been,
it'd been
sophomore and junior.
And Couch threw for plus 400, and Peyton
So they threw for 1,000 yards.
Peyton threw for 507 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they had thrown for 6 hours, and you were like, God, I've never seen so much offense. I felt like watching freaking Madden.
Yeah, Madden.
Well,
Exactly
Mississippi
right.
State, you're like, huh? Reckon they're going to throw a football here? Yep.
Let's just think about Ole Miss, Mississippi State, the Egg Bowl.
I can't wait. I want it to slow down.
They will outscore their basketball team.
That's legit.
I can't be more giddy about a game this year, and I have zero vested interest in the game other than Leach and Kiffin.
Yeah.
And those two quarterbacks can sling it.
Yeah.
If you go to the Egg Bowl, what attire are you going to wear to the Egg Bowl?
I'm going in beads. Lots and lots of beads.
I don't know
I don't know.
Hey, if I go, I'll be wearing Ole Miss stuff.
I did dig the powder blue.
Yeah, I love.
did
First, my two favorite uniforms in the SEC are LSU and Ole Miss. I love both of their uniforms. And second,
LSU's white with the yellow paint. Which combo?
I love the home with the white jersey and the 3 shoulder stripes, the trip color shoulder stripes, and the yellow pants. I think it's classic. and nobody else wears white at home. But I mean, I'm a Kiffin mark. I'm a I know he left Tennessee, but hey, at my job right now, folks, if somebody comes and offers me my dream job, I'm going to leave too. Just to let you know. So,
Sure, absolutely.
So I didn't have a huge problem with him leaving.
What is your dream job?
I don't think mine's going to happen anymore.
Mine either.
What's your dream job?
Saturday night SEC live Ron Franklin gig on ESPN.
Mine was starting pitcher for the Braves or Dodgers.
You still have a chance.
Boy, they're throwing that dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
You have a chance.
You can't hit me in the warehouse, so
I have hit you.
when I do it like that, when I say here, hit it.
No, when you
Please.
bring the heat.
You tick it, as they say in bench warmers. That's a tick.
He don't. I'm letting him be big dog right now because his contract and all this. I want him to be welcome. I went off on him at the first of the show, and I'm glad we didn't have audio because we muted it. I guess so we didn't. Everybody didn't need
I
to
hope
hear
my
that
eyes aren't
conversation.
puffy from where I was crying.
Yeah.
You look good.
Somebody that
But it was there.
did you say he looked good?
He looks
Looks
good.
good.
Thank you.
How good did you look? As good as Megan said you looked,
Hey, thank you for your compliment, Megan. Thank you.
It's Mars.
Mars.
or did he look better than Megan said you looked?
No, D-Swane's going to look better than me. First off, I'm 300 pounds, and I'm not the beefcake of the show. I'm the brains of the show. That's what I'm going to designate myself.
But in that picture, you didn't look like you were 300 pounds.
because I had a lot of sucked up in that picture.
Okay.
You know, I was holding my breath. As soon as that picture was took, I
I will say that next we'll go the pecking order. Mississippi State was the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
Next biggest surprise was A&M struggling like they did.
Yeah.
hey, my man crush had a bad day, and I watched that game. And let me just go ahead and say, what is going to prevent Texas A&M from reaching their potential is standing on the sideline. I really struggle with Jimbo at certain times.
I'm just telling you, I think he's way overrated and way overpaid.
They struggled mightily.
And then coming in with the bronze, and I felt like they were not going to be that good this year anyway. But Georgia's offense looked more wretched than even I could have imagined. And you can blast Florida's defense. Yes, it was awful. But they going to outscore a whole lot more than Georgia's going to outscore. And it's not just the quarterback. Mathis looked awful. I don't know that the kid can go out and play as bad as he did Saturday ever again. That offensive line.
It was a Nathan Peterman level start.
Yes, it was. But that offensive line
Yeah.
is continuing to spiral downward. They're not whipping anybody.
Hopefully we can stand up against Auburn this week.
The gauntlet of your schedule the next 3 weeks.
They could be 1-4 going into Jacksonville.
Right. And Tennessee.
And I'm not exaggerating.
Right.
Tennessee, I mean, if there's a better opponent Tennessee could have this week than Missouri for game 2 to get ready for Georgia, it couldn't be any better. I mean, because there was plenty to work on in Knoxville. Plenty. But it's a good, I like the feeling of playing a tough opponent. Then you get a game 2, and you ought to be able to run the football out there and beat Missouri. So you should see better football this week. But I don't like Georgia getting physical with Auburn because Auburn was so physical with Kentucky. I mean,
Oh, yeah, because that's all you heard about Kentucky the whole offseason was how physical they were.
and Auburn went out and just whipped them at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So,
Bo Nix looks better. You can tell he's took that next step.
yep. And it's going to be a tough little run for Georgia.
Kyle Trask,
Legit.
he's pretty good. And then you got Kyle Pitts, the hardest matchup in the country.
So
He's a
the
beast.
only thing I took away from the Florida game, besides how good Pitts was too, was it Kiffin or was it the Florida defense struggling? And I really don't know which one it was.
I'd say a little of both. They did have 3 starters out, and a 4th went out 6 plays into the game.
And clearly the defense was behind the offense across
the board. Yeah. And, yeah, Kiffin won. I'm willing to bet they were expecting John Rice Plumlee because it wasn't announced till Friday that Coral was starting.
Yeah, and Coral played great.
He played excellent. And he can move. Now, he can't run like Plumlee, but the few times Florida did get pressure on him, he was able to escape and
Sugar-free?
get positive yards.
Good. If those were sugar-free Haribo's.
They're Sarah Haribo's. You know what shocked me this Monday? I was like, I said it. Oh, I got my headline for Tuesday on the show. JT Daniels is healthy enough to pass. I didn't even get out of Monday till they said, oh, JT's ready to go this week.
Yep.
Because Stetson Hatt or whatever his name is.
Stetson Bennett the fourth, the lawyer.
Yeah, and
the senator.
DeJuan Matthews. If you start those two, Georgia's going to be about 3-7, 4-6.
I was pleased with Bennett. Mathis, not at all. Bennett.
It's hard for me to be pleased with Bennett because they were playing the biggest sieve.
I agree.
Of defense, and I mean, I think Arkansas wore out.
Yeah.
So
that's it, because the first half, and my buddy, hopefully he's watching. He said he was going to. Keith Perry.
He is. He just timed in.
He said, well, they were stacking the box, and that's all well and good. The running backs weren't getting off the line of scrimmage to get tackled by the guys in the box. The linemen were tackling the running backs.
Yeah.
Georgia fans hate me and say I hate them and blah, 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 because I'm just telling it like it is. The truth is the offensive line's not good. You got one playmaker on the outside in Pickens.
Pickens is Pickens.
And Zamir White.
It's not impressive.
Good kid. Hate that, he's had 3, bless his heart, knee surgeries. But it's took its toll.
Yeah.
James Cook and Lee could run out there and knock him down.
Yeah. Didn't Coral have 3 ACLs too? It was a kid at South Carolina's had 3 ACLs.
Oh, yeah, the Colorado State transfer, yes.
Yes.
But, and if Florida goes out and shuts down South Carolina and, shuts them out, whatever, holds them to 10 or less, I'm not going to say, oh, that's the real defense. I think it's somewhere in between. But with that offense, that's all you need is somewhere in between.
So I'm going to go on my rant since we brought up South Carolina.
Okay.
Here we go. I hope I get a Tennessee fan on telling me I'm wrong. So listen, folks, we won an SEC game on the road. I'll wait for everybody to start texting me all the road wins we've had the last 3 or 4 years. Let's go ahead and send them to me. I don't get it. Now, Jared Garantano he's going Jared Garantano. He's going to make 3 good throws, and then he's going to throw one high and right. But I said it on the day of the game. I'll say it now. If anybody on that bench could run into the football game and help Jeremy Pruitt win, they'd be in the football game. Harrison Bailey missed 14 days with COVID. Mm-hmm. Shroud is a turnover looking to happen. And, hey, if we didn't look, our backup quarterback spent most of the summer dealing with a mental health issue.
That's right.
So, folks, we won a game. Why are we so negative? I mean, at the end of the year, if South Carolina is 5-5, 6-4, are we going to feel this way? It wasn't like we were over there playing Arkansas. Good football team. Mike Bobo, good offensive coordinator.
And he makes them better.
He makes them better, and he makes and Will Muschamp, Tennessee never beat him at Florida.
Correct.
Tennessee lost to him. He's been at South Carolina 4 years.
I think it's his fifth
year.
Yeah.
So Tennessee loses the first 3 years to him. So we were 7-1 versus Muschamp going into that game. 6-1.
1-6.
We won 1. Come on now. I thought it was a good football game. I thought it was the best game of the slate. I think Tennessee played okay for game 1. I think South Carolina was a little better than I thought they were going to be.
I thought it was a pretty evenly matched game.
You said it was going to be a blowout.
I thought I threw out 14 to 20 points, and Tennessee had chances.
Yeah.
Tennessee had chances they were up 7 with the football driving, and Guarantaned, you know. So I mean, I don't think that victory at the end of the year, that's going to be a victory we look back on and go, it's a pretty good win.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good win. Played Missouri this week. Got to beat Missouri. Then you play Georgia. And I said it today too, and I still believe it. At the end of the year, I think there'll be 2 teams better than 7-3. I think Florida's better than 7-3, and I think Alabama's better than 7-3. I did have Texas A&M, and I'm gonna move them way back. But I mean,
Auburn impressed me. I'm telling you.
If there's another team, it might be Auburn. But I don't see Tennessee winning 7 games. I don't see South Carolina winning 7 games. I don't see Georgia winning 7 games. I don't see LSU winning 7 games. I don't see Texas A&M winning more than 7 games. Auburn. But Auburn's got a gauntlet of a schedule.
Yeah.
So what if the SEC ends up with 8-2 Florida, 9-1 Alabama? Do they get left out of the playoff?
I don't think so.
I don't either. But Tennessee fans, come on, man. We're not there yet. It's a good win. Appreciate what we got. A good SEC road win. Leave it there.
I think part of the hopeful optimism of every fan base is this is the year. I'm not talking about Vanderbilt, Missouri, but A&M. You know, their fans are thinking we're going to make a run at the West this year.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they would make a run.
Florida and Georgia, obviously, even though I think Georgia finishes 3rd in the East. Their fan base thinks national title. Florida has the talent to do some things this year. And Tennessee fans, this is our year. There's a few people that say, watch out for Tennessee. And that's the most dangerous words spoken on TV. Because that tells them, oh my God, somebody thinks we're going to win the East.
What I would think a reasonable expectation for Tennessee is to not get blown out. Last year we could play with someone, and then a week later we might get blown out.
Right.
I think you've got to stay in every football game, and when you do that, then the next year you can go, hey, ain't nobody really run up and down the field on us.
That's
right.
We're
a little better.
We can compete.
But as long as you keep having those games where you give up 40, or you just can't compete. And the other side of it is people throwing off Tennessee's won 7 football games in a row, but you can only win the 7 you played. I mean, I wish there was 7 against Alabama, Florida, and everybody.
And that's the talk we've had amongst ourselves. Until they beat Georgia, Florida, or Alabama, who cares if they win 7 games?
So I think they got robbed of getting a win like that against Oklahoma, because I in my opinion, the Oklahoma I saw Tennessee could beat.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen that game.
I think it'd been a real competitive game.
Yep, I do too. But is that
nationwide it would have been.
But I think we all feel the same way about Oklahoma, Texas, the Big 12 bunch. It looks good in the papers, but
yeah,
is it really a big win?
Yeah.
And especially around here. Tennessee fans want to beat Alabama, Florida, Georgia.
I think we're going to get one of those this year. I'm not coming here saying Tennessee's not good.
Right.
I'm realistic that we're probably upper mid-pack. And when you're there at upper mid-pack, you can get to one of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
Where we were at, we beat Auburn 2 years ago and had no reason to beat Auburn.
Correct.
None. 0. But I was interested in the Georgia fans' take. I really almost feel like Georgia's in a situation Tennessee was at the end of Phil Fulmer's tenure. All the talent in the world, but I don't know if they're when I watch Georgia, I don't know if they're a cohesive football team. I have a buddy of mine that says sometimes you get too many stars and not enough football players. Mm-hmm. And watching Georgia, and I'm asking you as a Georgia fan, do you feel like, I almost feel watching Georgia is like, hey, I'm going to get mine. Yeah. Win or lose, I'm going to get mine. And that's kind of a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's not healthy. And I agree that it's like we're like that. And I don't know why, because we don't have that real standout. Pickens is there, but it's not like
he has to have the ball gotten to him.
Right.
It's not like it's handed to him
no. And that he's the only person. You look at Demetrius Robertson. He missed one wide open, hit him in the hands, and he's supposed to be this prolific stud. Mm-hmm. He hasn't impressed me yet.
He has to have the ball gotten to him. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
You go back to sleep and play on your phone there.
No, I was checking to make sure we're live on Spreaker, making sure we're live on Facebook, and we're live on YouTube.
We were doing a show. Sorry.
You said they have to make sure he's gotten
the ball too.
That's correct English.
I don't think it is.
Or has to have the ball gotten to him. Yes.
No, given.
Given to him? Then that would be handing it off.
Throwed.
No.
Yeah, there you go. That's
you throwed it right to it.
I can't believe y'all sit here and y'all pull this crap. That's what gets me. I say a sentence without the wrong way, and y'all. I love you.
I will tell you why.
He says it, and nobody flinches.
Because I didn't say anything wrong.
Randall even sits there and goes.
But I will tell you why.
I cheated in Comp 1 and Comp 2 at the University of Tennessee, or I'd still be a freshman on free football tickets. Thank you.
So, wait, time out. I can tell you exactly why. Because we are the High Grass Posse. High Grass Posse don't posse each other.
Yes, they need to.
That sounds like a rap song.
But why?
That's jealousy coming out.
So,
no, it's retarded. That's what it is.
You are the target.
Posse don't posse.
You are the target, no matter what.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time once again for the River City Podcast and Sports Update with your host, Cougar 4.
Brought to you by Tennessee fans who were mad because we won a football game.
Idiots!
Chill!
You can't tank for Lawrence.
Chill out and be happy. Take a Valium post game day.
Zoom me out. I'm too close.
You keep leaning into it. Sit back like normal people. Sit back like normal folk.
I was going for I was going for something. In the baseball playoffs.
Started today.
Had day baseball.
Lots of it.
Lots and lots and lots and lots, and I gotta find the scores. The Athletics and the White Sox was the first game I saw. I was trying to watch a little bit of work.
And who picked the A's to be in the World Series? Yeah, they're letting you down quick.
They're going on the list with Texas A&M. So far, folks. Hey, listen. Bet against me. You'll be in Swain Low Estates before you know it.
He's inviting Greenberg of the South.
Yes, baby. The Athletics fall to the White Sox 4-1. The Trash Can Beaters from Houston beat the Twins 4-1. Right now, ongoing, Rays Blue Jays 1-0. 7th inning. Who's pitching that?
Snell and Ray for the Blue Jays, and they were both dealing when I left. I was watching some of that one.
Top of the second, Yankees lead the Indians 2-0. Do you feel like the Yankees could get on a roll? I mean, they've got all the offensive talent in the world.
Plus, any time, Yankees
and Cole on the mound every 4 days. So
yeah, but that's it. That's their house.
But this is the best of 3 series. He only gets to pitch every 4 days. That's the best of 3 series.
That's true. Well, they're up 2-0. And you know what? There's not a lot else going on in sports. A lot else going on today. The Cambodian Open was canceled. The Zaire Championships were canceling. The French Open starts going on.
Yeah. I do like a good French Open match.
I do. I like the clay.
What about the Masters? When are they
That's
on
in
schedule?
November, my man. The first weekend of November.
First weekend in
We're
November.
going.
What's the next big major event?
Florida, South Carolina, Saturday.
No golf.
Oh, that's the next big event.
The Masters.
Yeah.
Randall, what else you got?
That's all the sports occurring currently.
Now tell us where they can find you on Friday nights.
They will be able to find me this Friday night in beautiful, beautiful downtown Dunlap, Tennessee, just north of Pikeville, or south of Pikeville, and north of Woodville.
Nice.
And I'm on station
What?
99.3, and that we refer to in them areas as country roads.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
And this weekend features the 2-4 Pirates against the 1-4 Smith County. So if somebody wants to go to Gordon Lee, I'm not going to hold it against them. Just go on Gordon Central.
Gordon Central, that's where we're.
That's where we'll be Friday night.
You
going?
going?
Why not?
All right, I'll be there.
Been there before. We're gonna call play-by-play.
Absolutely. We'll be on the sidelines.
Randall, next year you'll be with us at Gordon Lee.
Looks more and more like I'll be a Gordon Lear.
Gordon Lear.
Gordon Lear.
To catch Dollar Nichols' senior year.
Hey.
He likes that now, don't he?
Hey.
Did he see it?
No, he didn't see it.
You wait till Ryan Swaney's in the open with one.
Dollar Nichols. I think Dollar Nickel
The
fits.
greatest 1-5.
Hey, after the greatest 1-5 comment, Ryan, you can't live up to that one, son. I'm
No.
sorry.
And I didn't know who the picture you posted was. That some funny looking dude. I don't know who it was.
This one? That one?
No, it was.
Yeah, there.
Do you hear me very well when I talk?
Do I hear you very well?
Yeah.
I hear you okay.
Like, does my sound need to be turned up?
The mic needs to be a little closer if you're going to lean back in the chair.
Hey, Lance Tarvin said turn the volume up a little.
That's what my dad just said too.
Even when I scream down here at
That's
Tennessee
why I cut
fans.
it down because y'all went horrible, started yelling.
Now I am going to take my one little jab at Georgia, just because that's what I do.
Here, let me get some. Oh, let me get comfortable for this. I always enjoy this.
It's quick and painless, really. But now that JT Daniels is eligible, he's Heisman front runner number 3 at the quarterback position for Georgia, right?
Yeah.
And that's correct.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
They've already had two
Newman,
Heismans.
yeah. I think Newman got his when he opted out.
Yeah.
Mathis got his when he got named the starter.
About a quarter and a half in.
Yep. And now JT Daniels
So they're the third Heisman Trophy winner from Georgia
for
this year.
Yes.
Hey,
Georgia's like leading in that.
in
They have
Tennessee,
more Heisman Trophy winners this year already than anybody else has.
Yes.
And it's really cool.
Tennessee's fans are just counting how many throws are high and to the left. That's what we do.
Okay, what has happened in Garantano's game?
He
Not a lot.
I mean, he threw for 260 yards, but my Lord, he was high and left.
Why? What is it? The release point? He wasn't like that last year.
Let me tell you what Jerry Garantano is.
Yes, he
He was
was.
off a little bit more, not high and to the left.
When and I fully believe this. You can put. Let's go to another sport. I know people that I can go and stand at the shortstop spot and say, throw this to first base, and they couldn't for their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can turn around that same person and hit them a ball, and they'll field it and throw it like they're Ozzie Smith. I think Garantano suffers a little bit when he sits back in the pocket and he thinks about it. He's not good.
Well,
I mean,
that was
good.
a lot of Tennessee's quarterbacks' problem in the past. Casey Clausen was one. Who else was bad? Who was Eric? Eric Ainge was pretty decent.
Eric Ainge was high his last 3 years. It was his problem. So
And who
He's
else?
still high, isn't he?
yeah.
Who did they have before Garantano? I mean, not before him. Before
Well, Crompton was horrible
Crompton,
for
that's
4
what I was thinking
years,
about.
and then all of a sudden he started channeling his inner Joe Namath, and somehow had a great senior year with Lane Kiffin.
If 7-6 is great.
Well, I mean, but Compton, I think he finished as a second or third team All SEC, and he was horrible.
I know we named Peterman. Think about Peterman. That dude leaves and goes to Pittsburgh, and he plays like Dan Marino.
Yeah, and then
ends up getting drafted, and then reverts back to Tennessee.
Yes.
Nathan Peterman.
Yes, that's what's bad, and it's okay.
I remember the game he started against Florida.
Oh, I do too.
It may be the worst football game I've ever. It was Dwan Mathis's.
Yes, it really was.
And I root for Dwan Mathis. That's the bad thing about it. The kid's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot.
I really wanted him to play well. I didn't want him to play so well that they're going to go 10-0, but I didn't want him to go out and just
lay that kind of egg. I felt bad for him to a degree. And I don't know that he gets another chance this year.
I don't either.
I think he's third team Saturday.
Oh, I do too.
And
Absolutely. That's even if JT Daniels doesn't start.
Right. Yeah, he'll transfer next year and be Justin Fields. That's what it works for.
That kid, he's special.
No, everybody knew Fields was the real deal when he was at Georgia.
But see, with Georgia's package for Fields when he was there was wait 2 seconds and run.
Look at the first receiver.
Yeah, he
and then
never
go.
got to show his ability to throw. He goes to Ohio State and lights out.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way we do it. That's the way we've always done
What's
it.
going to happen now, though, is he or the other Atlanta prodigy is going to be playing quarterback for the Falcons next year, is my prediction. Him or Lawrence, it is whoever Atlanta, because Atlanta's going to end up imploding.
It's already imploded.
And
Throw it in, cool.
They're going to end up with the first pick.
The Falcons, I was hoping we wouldn't get there, but, I mean, there's never been that 3 epic of a meltdowns in a row. And, I mean, not just historical, 2 weeks in a row. Nobody's gave up a 15-point lead in like 50 years with 4 minutes to play.
And they do it twice.
They do it twice.
Now, answer me this. If somehow Atlanta does ride the ship a little, and either Cincinnati or Miami ends up with the first pick, this is a discussion I had yesterday with a buddy of mine. Don't you still pick Trevor Lawrence?
Yes, absolutely.
And dangle him out there and say, because if you're a team that needs him, you're only and you got the first pick, you get him. If you're a team that doesn't need him, because Joe Burrow looks like the real deal. Dude's threw for 300 yards 2 straight games. He looks like a pro. Miami's going to give Tua a chance. So you dangle him out there and say, I'll take your first-round pick, your 4th-round pick.
And your first next year.
Or that player right there.
So I'm a big...
So you make it a 3-for-1. I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would.
There wouldn't be any question.
I love Matt Ryan, and I love Julio Jones. And Matt Ryan's one of those players that takes more than anybody. But honestly, the best thing for the Falcons would be a team that felt like they're a quarterback away from a Super Bowl is for the Falcons to deal Matt Ryan in the offseason. Mm-hmm. Or find somebody in the year that feels like they're a wide receiver from the Super Bowl and deal Julio.
2 minutes to break.
They're just nothing.
When Julio's staying dinged up a lot, the dude's the truth when he's on the field.
But him and AJ were in the same class, and you're starting to see, not to the AJ Green level, but you're starting to see a deer. Julio's peak, my daughter sits over there, Julio's our favorite player. Julio's peak was here. He's about right here now.
Yeah.
And with that being said, now is the time to go to a commercial break and thank our sponsors that make the show possible. When we come back, we're going to be talking more SEC football. We'll be right back.
Innovation and high-performance design. The Spyder Stinger Auger Bit. The state-of-the-art automatic feed precision. Cuts 20 times faster and makes 10 times more holes than conventional bits. Hardened cutting edges powers through nails and the two-flute design reduces friction for optimal chip flow and easy cutting. The Speed Hex won't slip in the chuck and fits quick-change power tool chucks. The Stinger Auger is excellent for hard wood, lineman work, and drilling through large timbers, and is impact rated for use in your battery-powered impact tools. Cut more holes faster with the accurate and easy-to-use Spyder Stinger line of auger bits.
Brought to you by the fine folks at Gary Thacker Insurance over at 2382 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. You can reach Gary and the gang over there at 706-866-8283. Summit Rental and Sales down at 5012 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. You can reach Todd and the crew at 706-841-0777. River City Athletic Fields. They're the title sponsor for our top 10 list, and they're just a bunch of good guys over that way. Alex Vaughn and the crew at River City Athletic Fields make some of the finest playing surfaces this side of the Mississippi. Phil's Primetime Pizza down in beautiful Chickamauga, Georgia. You can reach them at 706-375-4448. Kevin and the crew make some of the finest Italian food around. Until you've had a lunch combo with a couple of good slices of pizza and a bag of Funyuns and a Dr. Pepper, you hadn't lived. Greg Payne over at Summit Funding. Loan officer for all your home loan and refinance needs at 423-645-9404. That's our good friend Greg Payne. Chattanooga Flower Market, 8016 East Sprainer Road over in Chattanooga at 423-899-2440 or ChattanoogaFlowerMarket.com. They put together some of the most beautiful bouquets and floral arrangements anywhere in the city of Chattanooga, and they do offer same-day delivery. So if you get in trouble with your wife, you can make a call to them, and they'll take care of you. Hot Shots Cheerleading. The Hot Shots All-Stars over at 117 Heron Street in Fort Oglethorpe. You can reach them at 423-509-9732. Whether your child is a gymnast, a tumbler, a cheerleader, you want to make them a better athlete, send them to Hot Shots.
Lock Sign Company. Give our buddy Jeff Locke a call for all your sign needs. Commercial, industrial, home or auto, Jeff can do them all. Lock Sign Company is located at 1579 Lafette Road in Rossville. Call them today at 706-866-5814. Tell Jeff the Scenic City guy sent you his way.
Choo Choo Barbecue of Chickamauga. Jeff Beagles and the crew at 12960 U.S. Highway 27 down in Chickamauga, Georgia. You can reach them at 706-375-7675. And folks, if you like barbecue, this is the place for you. The smell of that place is absolutely heavenly. You walk in, you want to chew your arm off, so it doesn't get any better. And they are also the title sponsor of our Friday Night Scoreboard.
Night Designs, decals, signs, graphics of all kinds. Home or auto, Jay Knight is your guy. One of our top fans and biggest supporters, Jay Knight will get you fixed right up. No job too small. Check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/Knight Design 2017. Check out Jay Knight today. I'm sorry. Now we're live. What? I got too many buttons I've got to be pushing right now. What is it we got?
Producer, get a new producer.
What was your question there?
Producer.
When you say we, do you mean us, or are you going to pitch in something?
What does we mean? We could be me and you.
And get involved.
Us, y'all, him.
Which is what I'm asking. Which we is it?
It's we.
We.
We is we, bro.
We, senor.
Yes. Good.
Okay.
Back in YouTube still good too.
Okay, good deal. All right.
Boy, we're getting almost high tech around here.
Well, we're doing
redneck.
we're doing a Roku test, and I wish he would let me go ahead and announce it, because that would be big news for next year.
I think you kind of
You
did.
kind of just did.
No, I'm talking about next year with the Gordon Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Scenic City Sports.
Hold on to it.
We'll have its
Because
own
you didn't
Roku.
talk to us about it.
That's
That's
a big
Scenic-
tease.
Scenic City Sports will have its own Roku channel next football season for sure. And what we talked about doing will be on that Roku channel in
That is-
55 million homes.
That's correct.
Yes. Isn't that cool?
I heard a rumor that they're signing one of the best play-by-play men in the whole South too for Jordan Lee, but I just
That's a nasty rumor.
that he is phenomenal.
You think so?
He is. He's a lot better at play-by-play than talk radio. I'm just going to let you know. I know the guy. He's not that good at this.
Man, so there's strong words coming out. We'll have to chase that rumor down. But that
was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed your new half-fizzed cherry Coke.
Y'all wait and look what, when my contract comes up, this table going to be piled with Battlefield burgers and Phil's pizzas.
If we could get Battlefield burgers on board, we need to come up with not just monetary gain, but we need to say, look, we need you to supply us with hamburgers every Tuesday and Thursday night.
I will do something.
Not every Tuesday and Thursday, because we're going to get on some Phil's Pizza too.
Phil's agreement is with Scenic City Sports, not the D-Swane Beeler Show. Even though it's underneath all that, I have to go to talk to Kevin and say at least one pizza a week or a month.
Yeah,
every other week.
Once every other week. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then Battlefield burgers
can hook us up the rest of the time.
I'm willing to commit.
Can hook us up the rest of the time.
I'm willing to commit that I will eat 5 burgers on air if they'll come on board.
I thought you was on a diet.
Hey, buddy, that's a cheat day. D-Swane just taught you about that before we come on. What's wrong with you?
Reward day.
Yeah, reward day.
Not cheat. We don't use that word.
That's right.
That's reward.
That's negative connotation.
5 large.
Good, I like that.
No, he said it wrong.
No, he said it right.
He didn't. It's not
it.
condentation. He put a D in there. He put a D in there. He did.
Did you high-grass your boy?
I did.
Look at the look you're getting.
No, only because you gave him such praise and affirmation.
Hey, he's not happy with
back.
BB right now.
I'm pseudo.
What did I say?
Condentation. You put a D in it.
What did you say?
Condentation.
Sounds like you got a hair lip, bro.
5 large burgers in one setting. Battlefield burger, you can have that on the front of your building. This face, 5 burgers going down.
They've got to be the
Don't say that, because that really did. They just went. You had to see. You said that. We're off.
Hey, I'll cut my hair.
He has the new hairdo.
Look.
Anna Lee wants you to see. She wants to see you bald, shaved.
No, she don't.
So
she's mad because I shaved my beard.
You just trimmed it.
You trimmed it. You didn't shave it?
Well, when I got finished, it looked like a dog had been trimmed.
I heard
there.
when you went to pick her up from school, she kept walking up and down going, I don't know where my daddy's
She
at.
was looking for other ugly men.
What just happened? What
happened, Ellie?
What?
Huh? I asked her today, I was like, do you want to go to the show tonight or you want to stay home? She goes, what do you think? You think I want to go home?
You miss us, don't you? Yeah. See
Yeah.
that? You're one of our biggest fans, ain't you?
She loves to hear us sing.
Well, in that case, we will be happy to oblige you. Randall.
93. Can I promo something?
Yes, go right ahead.
This weekend, hey, it's a battle for second place too in our district.
Nice.
Probably the team. If we can somehow piece this together and win 2 of the next 3 games, we probably finish in second in the district. And if you want to listen to me, I'll be on 93.3. Come here.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on, get in the camera.
This is the better half. This is the better half of Randall.
This is my gorgeous dog. Oh, good God.
Collapse.
You know, at my age, you flip me out, that could break a hip.
Yeah. And no 5 hamburgers.
And her Julio. Show me Julio.
Because, see, we could call you 5 hamburger eating Randall.
Hey.
5 hamburger eating Cunningham.
So, Annalee's new Julio
Creative.
Jones.
Big old Harry David Earl Hughes. Remember
Do you
that?
know?
5.
Yes.
Do you know we don't have a number 11 at Squatchy on 93.3 Country Roads?
Country Road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
John Denver, R.I.P. Gone too soon.
You're welcome, Anna Lee.
That was for you, Anna Lee. She requests that multiple times a show.
Yeah, she had her hand raised.
I did. Anytime she moves, that's
I
a
did.
request. Oh, you want to do it again?
No.
Hey, you know what, Anna Lee wants a sponsorship from Central, or not? What is that place? Cookout. Because that's the only
They
place
got good shakes.
this child will eat is Cookout. We go to Cookout every time we leave this show. Cookout is the second biggest income source expense that I have. My house
Now,
payment.
what is it at Cookout you like?
Everything.
Have you had their peanut butter shakes? Oh,
Disgusting.
no. Imagine that in chili. Or what was, chili.
I don't have to imagine. I put a peanut butter sandwich in my chili.
Now tell me, and you do it too.
Yeah, I take and put 2 of them in the bowl and pour my chili over the top of it and kind
I hadn't thought
of
of
eat
that.
it steak style. I mean cake style too.
Really?
That's an
See,
option.
I do the dip.
The dip is the number one. If I want to try something different,
I'm doing this tonight.
I'll do the. I'll
No,
do over
you
the
can't
top.
do it with Van Camps.
You
You
cannot.
gotta have real chili for it to try it with.
Yes, you got to have homemade,
Yeah.
legit chili.
Yeah, you can't do it.
I would have had homemade legit chili. I'm gonna try Van Camps.
No.
Then I'm gonna go. Y'all are nasty.
Then try
What other
pimento
brand is it?
cheese. You gotta put pimento cheese sandwich in Van Camps. It takes the sodium out.
What kind do you use? What's your canned chili?
I
Go-to.
don't have a canned chili. I don't use canned chili.
No.
Let me tell you, the worst canned chili is what you buy at Aldi's. Don't go there.
What? So how do you make
I
your
make
chili?
my chili.
Well, I'm asking, how do you make chili?
A little
Secret
tomato soup,
Okay.
some onions,
Okay. Do you chop your onions up?
chop
Do you
my
have a
onions.
vegetable cleaver that you chop with?
No, I chop with a knife on a cutting board.
Well, that's what a vegetable cleaver is, but it's a bigger knife.
Carol Shelby is my secret. I like Carol Shelby.
But go ahead, finish. I want to hear this. Tomato soup, onion.
The small thing of tomato paste.
Gotcha. With tomato soup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put just a hint of paprika in it
Okay.
to give it that sweet feel,
Right.
and then cayenne
Right.
for a little heat.
Yeah.
Put it in a crock pot and let it go for about 4 hours.
What about the beans?
Oh, I mix Mexican beans
I ain't seen that.
or chili beans and kidney beans.
I do like a mix.
And
of
I
chili
will,
beans and kidney.
yeah, that's a
I think
secret.
I've heard white
And I
beans
do put
or
a
navy beans.
I do put a can of diced tomatoes in it as well.
Okay. Now
You can never have to.
And I tell
Now,
you, I
what
got-
about white chicken chili? Do y'all like white chicken
No.
chili? I love white chicken chili. That is like the
It
greatest
should
thing
not be
ever.
named chili because it's
I like,
not.
I like chicken soup, not white chicken chili.
I did have chicken enchilada soup
Ooh,
this evening, and it is good.
who made that?
Amy,
I bet that was good. Amy, you got to hook us up. Amy can hook us up, can't she?
I'm sure she can.
Yeah. I know she's not watching because I haven't been red pinned. That or my grammar has been spot on tonight.
That's definitely not the case.
So she's probably not watching.
Correct.
Well, get us hooked up.
I'll tease you with
And
some
then-
at work tomorrow.
Then this cat right here, your boy BB.
Mama makes some.
No, not that.
Nah.
What? What do you think I'm fixing to say? You know what I'm fixing to say?
Battlefield. Somebody bring me 5 Battlefield burgers right now. I need them just for the.
Were you mentioning that? I know what you putting in there.
Not mentioning that.
I know.
Okay.
No, I knew exactly what you was talking
you
about.
did.
No.
All right. BB said no.
We'll discuss it on the second break.
All I know is BB also said he did say that Mama's making pinto beans with kielbasa in it Thursday and cornbread.
Hopefully Thursday.
Mama Barnett,
Yeah.
is that true?
You got delegated.
Huh?
She got delegated.
Are you watching the back
Yeah, I was
feed?
looking at it. I think I cut D-Swane off that time, but oh well.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, you could stick it right here probably.
Well, I, don't
I feel
know.
like I'm on Rick and
What
Bubba with 2
point?
cameras.
That's right. I can't.
I like that.
Don't do that. Dude, seriously, that's going to be in my contract. That drives me nuts. Don't do that. I don't know why, but it's like, dude, what are you doing? We're at work and he'll do it on the fork truck and I'll grab his foot. Like, don't do that.
My dad was 6'4", about 160 pounds, and he would do that, but he'd wrap his foot all the way around. Like it would be like Ichabod Crane. Go around the second wrap and then shake his foot on the other side of it.
Yikes.
I got too much fat to get over my thighs that way.
I was about to say, don't do that.
But
I can't even look.
I'll try to sweet talk Mom into making 2 pots of beans, and then making a chili out of that one also.
So she could do pintos and chili.
Yeah.
Cornbread, peanut butter sandwiches.
We're gonna have to do like a 6-hour podcast because I'm not taking it home with me.
Yeah, there's zero chance we could eat all that in one.
Yeah, because Mom don't know how to make a.
And bring 5 Battlefield burgers.
No, wait a minute. Let's
Pintos and cornbread Thursday, chili Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thursday night could be the marathon show. We would be on there as long as it took us to eat all that.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we can go throw up if we have to.
No. Why would you want to waste good food?
It's not wasting.
It is. If you throw it back up, it's wasteful. You got to let it defecate out.
Oh gosh! Why do you bring BB with you?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder myself.
Don't pet the dog. Do not pet the dog.
Didn't know that was any chance of.
I didn't know it. It's BB.
What just happened?
Yes.
Natalie, you missed your cue.
Jeez. We've got to get back to sports. We cannot do a show about nothing anymore.
What just happened?
Because we run off the rails real quick. We are the train wreck of social media.
Let's go top 25.
All right. No, I got this. You bring up a good point because this bothers me. Randall, why did Tennessee drop spots when they're behind Ohio State?
Because Ohio State's better.
Penn State, Wisconsin.
I haven't played anybody yet this year.
But Tennessee's played one game.
Has not played yet.
Well, the same thing.
Okay, well then North Carolina and Notre Dame have a right to gripe about not being in the top 3 because they're the only other teams in the ACC that's played 2 games. If you're going at it that way, Ohio State's better than Tennessee.
We ain't seen them play. We have not seen them play this year. We all think they will be.
Did you
but
think
we also
Clemson
thought
was going to
Georgia's
be good?
number 4. Did Georgia play like a number 4 team?
Who thought they were? I had them at like 9.
No, they're ranked number 4 at the beginning of the year.
I don't care what they're ranked.
But they were ranked number 4 like Tennessee.
Tell me this. Before they snapped the first ball, did you think Clemson was one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the country?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
you don't think Ohio State?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
But you can't. They go from not being in it to, okay, we're in it. Oh, well, let's give them a ranking now.
At least they didn't rank them number 1 where they probably would have been if they hadn't took themselves out of it to start with.
You're probably right about that.
They would have been number 1.
Now,
There's no question.
If they would have been number 1 and we had the games that we've had already and they were still number 1, would that irritate you?
Yes, that would irritate me.
Okay.
But to have them in the top 10, I'm fine with because they are. They're one of the 4 or 5 teams. 6 teams? There's probably 6 teams that
I
can
think
win.
we came up with 7, and one of
and
those.
they're one of them. That's right.
But they're also got a weaker schedule in body, and we're not going to see how good they really are to the end.
They looked at Clemson and thought, we know they're in.
Yeah.
We know one of the teams from the SEC's in. They might have 2. We got to make sure this team gets in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think so. And I think it is Ohio
And they're going to deny it, and I would too, but I got those look schedules. They got Michigan and they got Penn State.
That's what I'm saying. How can you deny an SEC team that has played all SEC games, which we know the SEC is the strongest conference there is, besides Clemson, Ohio State? Those are probably 2 teams we know for sure could beat half the SEC teams.
Oh, they could beat more than half.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's name who can they beat. Vanderbilt, Ole Miss,
Everybody
Arkansas.
but Alabama and Florida.
At this point.
Everybody but Alabama and Florida, and I think in a head-to-head game, I'd favor Ohio State over both of them.
I probably would too.
But, I mean, I'm being honest.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I got you. I think.
Wow, I never thought I would heard that come out of
I would if I.
I think they're loaded. I do.
It's going to be hard for me to get past that Ohio State's the favorite to win the national championship.
And if that's coming, then okay. All right. So now, why is Wisconsin ranked higher than Tennessee?
I don't know why Tennessee fell 6 spots.
That's what I
And
understand.
I know there's what you ought to be griping about is the Pac-12 teams that they put in front of them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's part of it. Oh, Oregon.
Pac-12 don't play for another 2 months.
Yeah.
And they're only playing 6 games. They're not even going to be part of the playoff conversation.
Yeah, I mean, a 6-0 Oregon team is not getting a playoff.
Is that now? So does that not mean this whole thing's political?
Yes. It's gotta be.
Did you just figure that out today while you were in there banging away on your keyboard?
I think the big Austin, I'll call you back. You know I'm on there. I think the Pac-12's thing is they want to have a Rose Bowl, and by playing their 6-game season,
and by then
you get to have a Rose Bowl,
and they'll probably have at least 50% capacity. And the Rose Bowls at the LA Coliseum, where that means 70,000 people,
and you'll probably get Penn State or Michigan versus Oregon in a big-time game with a big-time feel. And I don't look for all the bowl games. I really don't look for them to play them off. They do. I think it's ridiculous, but we need to play the Sugar Bowl. We need to play the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl.
The New Year's Six, they'll play.
Yeah, and then you can play some of the bigger bowls that have meaning.
Right.
I mean, I don't see the Music City Bowl, but let's play the Outback Bowl and the Cap One Bowl, and that's full.
One of the ones out there in Arizona and a couple that they have in Texas.
Yeah. And if it was a normal year and I had a normal AP vote, I would rank Tennessee higher than 21, but not
Where
a lot.
would you put them at, though?
I had them at 19 coming in the year. I would probably have them. I moved up 2 spots, 17, 18, and I'm higher than most people are.
Who deserves? Let's go real quick. Is that where we'll go right now? Is the ranking the top 5 right now in the country?
I don't know. Deserve. You can say anybody deserves anything right now. If that's where.
All right, let's do this. After who you have seen play, who is a extreme standout in your mind right now? What you've seen so far?
Well, the consensus number 1 is given.
It's Clemson.
Yes.
Clemson, Alabama, Florida.
Yes. I mean, truly, I think.
That's where I'm
at.
I think
the
it's
ones we've seen play.
Auburn.
Auburn's flirting with 5.
Mississippi
yes.
State.
No.
Notre Dame, they've got them ranked 5.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But they hadn't played yet.
Yeah, and they got Georgia at 4.
No.
So to me, Auburn looked good.
Mississippi State looked good, but
I hate to say it, but Miami has looked.
Oh yeah, there's the other one.
Miami has looked very, very good to this point.
I haven't seen Miami yet.
And that Derek King is the real deal.
Transfer from Houston.
Yeah.
I think before JT Daniels came out, this kid was a graduate transfer. Everybody in the country was trying to get his attention. Tennessee, Georgia, and he ends up at Miami, and everybody goes, "Well, why'd he go to Miami?" But you see it now because they added him to that roster, and they're a good football.
Yeah.
Miami
being the top 5.
Miami Clemson is taking on a feel of a big game.
Finally,
yes.
So yeah, that'd be my 5.
Now we talked about this. I guess it was last week, and I made the statement I didn't see Michael Leach making it in the SEC, and I still don't. It's just my opinion, but he's great. They played good that one game. I don't know if they can sustain that kind of play over a period of their schedule. If they do, I will eat my words on that.
Let's keep some things in perspective. LSU has 4 starters from last year's team.
Yeah.
That's part of it. It is hard getting big-time players in Starkville. Mississippi State's 5th or 6th on their own pecking order?
Yeah.
Behind Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas, and A&M.
Yeah.
They come down there and recruit. But Mike Leach has and I know you're like, well, what did he do at Texas Tech and what did he do at Washington State? They were trash, complete trash, both schools before he got there. Mm-hmm. He takes what he's got and makes them better.
Yeah, definitely he made them better, but my point was, and Kiffin's the same way, all right? As a head coach, all Kiffin's done, his body of work, Tennessee 1 year.
I don't know that he's a great head coach.
SEC.
I know he's a great offensive mind, though.
I know he's a great show. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's why I say the quadruplets here are loading up and going to the flipping Egg Bowl this year. Because that is must-see TV.
I wonder how much tickets would cost, though.
Oh,
Who
can't get in.
cares?
Remember, there's very little fans in.
Go watch out.
If we can get him to pull some strings and get the media pass.
Hey, Lane and I got some pictures
our
together.
numbers up,
I
I
need to
probably
sign
could.
one.
Do what?
I said I got some pictures with Lane Kiffin back in the Tennessee days.
Oh, I did an interview with him when he first got the job at Tennessee. He named his son Knoxville or something like that, and he was talking about that in the interview. But I don't see
Nealon, wasn't it?
Nealon. I'm sorry, Nealon. Oh, Knoxville. I don't know where I get that.
He named him
I'm
Knox.
thinking Johnny Knoxville.
Knox.
Who's
Knox.
Nealon? Who's Nealon?
Nealon's my old dog's name. I don't.
It was it Knox?
It was
okay.
Knox.
I couldn't remember if it was
Me
Nealon
and,
or Knox.
me and Leah
something
talk
like that.
about it.
It's been a while.
You know, we've texted about it. It's Knox.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Mike Leach will do good in the SEC. I don't think he will ever win his division.
Is he crawdading from last week?
I think he will. Huh?
I'm talking to Randall. You carry on. Is he crawdading from last week?
No.
Because he bashed him and bashed him and bashed him.
That's what I'm doing right now. You cut me
I-
off.
I-
When you say he'll do good in the SEC, that's not really bashing.
No.
That's kind of crawfishing.
It is.
Good in the SEC is better than Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, no. I think when I say good, I'm talking 500. I think he'll be a 500 coach.
Here's what I'll say about him, and I'll defend this to the end. He takes kids that nobody else wants
There's a reason for that.
and wins.
Okay,
And
what's the reason?
Nobody wants to play for him. No big name people are playing for him.
It has nothing to do with wanting to play for him. They don't want to play for the school he's at.
He was Washington State. He couldn't get the best players out of Washington.
No,
Texas Tech,
because
he can't
Washington did in Oregon.
He can't. That's what I'm saying. He's not that big of a draw to get the best kids in, and he'll be that way. People would probably
Carry
rather
on.
play for Lane
Let
Kiffin.
Randall finish your.
Well, I mean, he took all right. Minshew had played 4 years.
Or
at
Minshew.
Porn stash had played 4 years at East Carolina, or 3 years, whatever it was, and he was in zero people's radar. He took him to Washington State, spent about 12 months with them, and he's a pretty good NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
People
he
ain't
is.
noticed.
Yeah, he's doing good.
I mean, and that to me, that's him. He also took Graham Harrell a couple of years ago.
That nobody wanted.
Nobody wanted him. Would not have probably started at 90% of the colleges.
He may not have started at UTC.
No, and he threw for 6,000 yards with him. And if you watch it, it's so simple to me. What he did to LSU is he run. It's almost high schoolish in it that he runs multiple people at multiple levels in front of the quarterback's face. So you have, like, everybody wants to have 5 options and all over the place. When Mike Leach's quarterback looks in a direction, he has a read instantly in front of him. He don't have to wonder what's going off to. And he run some of the most simple plays I've ever seen against LSU effectively. And I mean, to his credit, he's figured out how to do it.
I think he's brilliant. He's kooky, which makes him that much better.
But he won't win huge.
No, and that's why. Because he's kooky.
Mm-hmm. Was Urban Meyer the reason Tebow turned out so great?
No, absolutely not.
Well, then Gardner Minshew, it ain't because of Mike Leach. Gardner Minshew done good.
I thought I was giving a dramatic pause there. Dan Mullen is the biggest reason Tebow turned out the way he is. And he left after his sophomore year. Had he been there all 4 years, there wouldn't have been a question if he was ready for the NFL.
I agree with that.
But
I think so. I think
because Dan Mullen is along the same lines as Leach.
Yeah.
And Kiffin.
I think Leach would have been better off at Tennessee because Tennessee kind of recruits itself. And
he was taking the job.
Yeah, I really think Mike Leach at Tennessee would have been
phenomenal.
Fun.
I don't know.
I'm
still out on that.
I said that he would be perpetually 10-2 because I didn't think he'd ever win the really, really big game. But at the time, 10-2 perpetually looks a heck of a lot better than 5-7 foot or 4-8 perpetually.
Yeah, for what Butch Jones, that was horrible.
But there's still It's going to be
Would
hard
you rather
to get.
have Mike Leach than Jeremy Pruitt?
At the time, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He's told you this.
Jeremy Pruitt is the one guy I did not want to get the job.
But you knew him.
I did, but I didn't think he was ready to. I know him on a personal level, and he's not a bad guy. But on a professional level, I didn't perceive that people coming from Saban's tree, other than Kirby Smart, had succeeded very well. And we had hired. My biggest problem is we had hired from the Saban tree with Derek Dooley, and I was like, I don't want a repeat of this. I mean, so I was for spending money, and the day that Mike Leach was named the head coach of Tennessee and that he was on the plane coming was one of the happiest days of my life. I was excited. I was thrilled. Now, to your point, though, I do agree. He can't recruit, but I don't necessarily know he has to recruit what everybody else does.
He doesn't. And if he landed somewhere that recruits itself,
he would have been better off.
He would win.
Yeah.
Mississippi State is going to be impossible for him to recruit. I'm telling you, have you ever been to Starkville? Anybody?
Been through it.
It is
an armpit.
It is Cleveland sized with a university as the only employer. And that is Starkville. And I mean, it's nothing but a college town. And if you go down there in the summer, it is abandoned. They might as well be tumbleweeds in the road. I mean, it's just in the middle of Mississippi in the heat. Now,
the biggest scar on him is Craig James' whiny little boy, and that's going to follow him everywhere. And I hate it for him because I do think he was on his way to getting a pretty big job, because that's when he was right in the middle of the Texas Tech lighting it up.
Philip Fulmer would have never allowed Mike Leach to be the head coach of Tennessee. I mean, never.
Well, that's obvious.
I mean, it was not going to happen. Now, today, and I'll ask everybody else that's not a Tennessee fan, I think Jeremy Pruitt has Tennessee on the right path. I think
agree.
Tennessee is much improved. I think the one thing I look at, nobody else, kids ain't getting in trouble. I've had a couple of kids get in trouble, they gone. Absolutely. I think that's part of it. What Jeremy is yet to prove, and buddy, I'm with you if you can prove it, is that he can take this step to elite.
I went after his first year, I was like, that guy will get him turned around. He's not ever going to be the next level guy. He's not. And I still feel that same way.
I feel like for him to do it, he's got to do what he's trying to do. Have elite coordinators.
Yeah, and that will help.
That's how Philip got there. Johnny Chavis and David Cutcliffe. No better combo.
Correct. And Randy Sanders, for all the faults you heard, he was good.
Yeah.
He just happened to be the low-hanging fruit that fell on the sword.
And Philip could manage the program, help out with the offensive line, and go recruit, which is what he was best at.
Yep.
And David Cutcliffe coached the football team, and Johnny Chavis coached the football team.
And somewhere along the way, Kirby's a great recruiter. Name me one game Georgia's won because of Kirby. Just one. Because I don't know of it. I can name you at least 3 that he's cost you.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby is pulled things off on the recruiting trail that no other recruiter has ever done.
Yeah, he's...
Including signing a certain quarterback and even getting him to sign and stay a year.
Mm-hmm.
That in Justin Fields, the reason he left, if you ever seen the video where he goes, well, I'm not playing it, he's coming off the field and somebody says, good game. He goes, I took 5 meaningless snaps. So Justin Fields was convinced he had a role once he gets there.
And I think you've seen a lot of movement out of Athens. And me and one of my buddies, Keith, talk a lot about it. I wonder what he tells these guys to get them in there.
they got to believe there's a role. I mean,
Yes.
when Justin Fields went there, I cannot believe that he didn't realize that he probably wouldn't be the starting quarterback for the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
But he was probably convinced there is a role for me here. Because, I mean, why would a quarterback go elite top 10?
Right.
I mean, is there any argument that Justin Fields going either first or second quarterback off the board?
No argument.
Why would you sit there for 3 years? Just don't make sense.
Did you just get off work?
Hit the door. Come on. Shut the
Yeah,
door.
that's what last I heard was I'm coming from work.
She was out there for a while.
I kind of had a meltdown earlier, so leave me alone. Thank you.
You get over there, you'll be on that camera.
Well,
I'll sit right here.
There's a
How
chair,
about that?
a bunch of them.
That's right. Don't mess with me.
I will not say another word to you.
Except where's my cherry coke?
I will not say that.
You look nice, Brittany. You're
I
welcome.
like doo-doo.
Well, I'm not going to say you look like that on the air either, so.
I will. I'm just kidding.
So
He's already said defecate once, so.
I did. Meant it.
I'm curious to know where Tennessee would be if Leach was there now in year 3. Do you think he'd have stuck it out with Garantano?
Oh, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Some red shirt freshman from Pocatello, Idaho or
That's
something
right.
that he found at a football camp would be. But, the one person that Leach and the offensive wise, I think Spurrier and Leach are kind of.
Oh, sure.
They're able. I mean, think of the quarterbacks and what Steve Spurrier got out of Doug Johnson and just some not great quarterbacks, but they were great for him.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But I think if Tennessee does recruit itself, and you put a big name as Mike Leach there, it astronomically change it instantly.
So Jeremy Pruitt, coming off of a 5-7 season, had number 13 recruiting class.
Yeah.
In the SEC, he finished 8th.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's places that would kill to be number 13.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
If you gave Mike Leach the 13th ranked class, he would think he fell into recruiting heaven.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, and I'm giving him praise there because
I'm with you.
Tennessee does recruit itself, but you put that name with it. What talent could he have drawn from other places because of his name and the school?
Yeah, there's some quarterbacks, real deal quarterbacks that think I'm going to Knoxville.
yeah, Derek King.
Yeah.
At Miami. You
Yes.
don't think he would have looked at Knoxville?
Arch Manning.
Yeah. Speaking of Arch,
Harry Dog left a comment. Well, to hear you talk, Florida has been better than Georgia the last few years, so I guess they won because of Kirby.
I have not said anything about Florida being better than Georgia. I thought they were last year. And it was a touchdown game due in part to a non-catch that wasn't called. So, I mean, Lance, you can keep loving Kirby all you want. In 10 years, your trophy case is going to look the same, and I'm going to be saying the same stuff. I mean, it's that simple.
so do you think Kirby and Phil Former are a
lot alike?
A lot alike. I mean, because Phil kind of just had it fall in his lap. In '98, we trailed Arkansas, we trailed
Syracuse, Florida.
Yeah, we had because to me the 99 team was much better, and they went 9-3.
I thought the 97 team was better with Peyton.
97 team, the 2001 team with Casey Clausen, a couple years below.
Well, I was supposed to say don't.
Was better than the 98 team.
Yeah, I never did think Phil was great. But he pulled in talent.
Yeah, tons.
And like you said, his coordinators were elite. Chavis loved the prevent a little more than I liked, but other than that, for 3.5 quarters, that dude could dial it up.
So, Jim Chaney leaves Georgia before the start of next season. We're all praising Tennessee's growth, and we're all condemning Georgia's regression. I think that's very telling to me about ability.
Here's the thing. Georgia's not happy with any OC. Mike Bobo was scoring 40 points a game, and they couldn't get him out of – and he's a Georgia boy, and they couldn't get him out of town fast enough. Chaney comes in. Oh, this guy, he's legit. And here's my thought on Chaney. He's solid.
Yeah, he's a good offensive coordinator.
He's good. He's not exceptional. He's not Kiffin-esque. But he's good, and he's solid, and he's exactly what Tennessee needed.
Yeah. And he's going to want to run the ball, which Jeremy wants to run the ball. I think what Jeremy's building is the right direction for Tennessee now. I don't think you couldn't hire Leach today and say, here's this football team, go. But I think Jeremy has a chance. He's tried to build it up front. He's tried to be physical. I'm telling y'all, Will Muschamp would have absolutely owned a Butch Jones team Saturday night.
Sure.
Because South Carolina was physical, and that's one of the few times Tennessee's been able to stand up to a pass rush and a physical offensive line. And hey, we might have wanted to cover the receiver. What was his name? Sutton.
17.
Yeah, we might have wanted to look at him every now and then.
Right.
So
changing the subject and putting it on Georgia for a second. Do you think the Arkansas-Georgia game, the outcome of that was because Pittman, or not the outcome, but the first half was because Pittman was at Georgia for a year or two, and he knew what was coming at him? Do you think if they would have played anybody else first game, it would have been different? We wouldn't have had that low in score of the...
I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit. Arkansas just doesn't have the athlete.
Right.
Georgia should have just flat out...
Right.
Sam, you know what we're about to run.
Yeah.
Stop us.
I mean, I agree there, but that's where my mind went to when I was watching the first.
Sure, absolutely. It had to be a benefit for Arkansas. Had to be.
I think Georgia, and I'm a little higher on Georgia than D-Swane, but I think right now their season comes down to what they can get out of the quarterback position.
I don't
because
think
unless JT Daniels walks on the field and he is the next coming of Drew Brees, Georgia's going to struggle. Now I think JT Daniels is a talented kid, but I think that he's going. I'm telling you, here's the scenario I fear for Georgia. Auburn manhandles them physically, which I think they can. A beat-up Georgia team goes and plays Tennessee, who's another physical football team. And an even more beat-up Georgia team goes and plays an Alabama team. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they're going to lose all three of those games, but by game 5, Georgia's going to walk the most physical walk that you could probably walk in the SEC, and then turn around and play Florida, another physically dominating football team. It is a gauntlet that they face.
And that's part of why I say it's not that I'm so enamored by Florida. Florida's schedule's much easier.
I'm enamored by Kyle Pitts. He's my new player of the year over Kellen Mond.
Kyle Pitts is tough. He's a stud.
He's a stud. But I just know Florida's schedule is easier than Georgia's.
It is.
I've said it for months now, or since the new ones come out. It just is, which is the biggest reason I think Florida is going to win. Do I think Florida's here and Georgia's here? No. The defense, Georgia's defense is really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, and it's just one game in. I'm waiting to see what Georgia's offense does this week, just like I'm waiting to see what Florida's defense does. But I saw how the offensive line last year wasn't as good, was not dominating like they had the previous couple of years, and it's carried over to this year. Mm-hmm. That quarterback play, you can disguise sometimes. If you can run the ball, you can hide your quarterback.
And that's what Tennessee's trying to do right now.
Well, that's what Georgia did when they were on the road to the national title game.
Yeah.
Sony Michel and Nick Chubb and that offensive line just said, you ain't got to do much, brother. Right. Every now and then, throw one deep so it'll back the safeties up. We'll take it from there. But their offense is...
It's going to be a fun. I'm telling you, this playing the SEC only, you're going to... And plus, playing only the SEC feels more like NFL.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you got to get up. Anybody can beat anybody any week. Yeah. And we've saw in the NFL how beat up teams have gotten with no normal count. No McCaffrey, no Barkley, no Galladay, no Godwin. The stars in the NFL is gone. Yeah. I mean, I play fantasy, so I went there first. Right. But I mean,
Michael Thomas, is he back yet?
No. And you might see a survival of fitness game 6 through 10 in the SEC.
Yeah.
And that favors Alabama all day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time once again for the River City Sports Podcasting Update with your host, Cougar Ford.
Brought to you by the Atlanta Braves third baseman starting Pablo Sandoval. Yeah, I said it. We're bringing this to you by Kung Fu Panda third baseman. What's the restaurant up there? We stop and get us some Chinese.
Panda Express?
Yeah. Panda's Express is playing third base for us now. Come on, folks.
They're starting him for real?
For real.
Didn't play a game.
Starting game 1 of playoff.
They don't want it.
No.
Yep. Hey, get your Panda Express now.
If you're Austin Riley, don't you think, care if y'all trade me?
They started in the last game of the year, and they say now he's, I don't know. Hey, I hope when they run him out on the field tomorrow, he's not there. But that's what all indications are. The Yankees over the Indians 5-1, bottom of the 4th. The Astro beats the Twins. The White Sox, come on, A's. And the Rays, come on, A's, 4-1. Come on, got to have a little more. I've done got you. Rays over the Blue Jays 3-1. And sport we don't care about. Sport we don't care. Padres play
tomorrow.
Here, I can get a little more out of this sport podcast. Tomorrow,
the National League starts tomorrow.
That's right.
The Braves play the Reds.
I don't know why I think they're
the Astros and the Twins. The Marlins and the Cubs. The A's and the White Sox. The Rays and the Jays. The Cardinals and the You know what? I'm gonna jump ship on the Cardinals. I'm just gonna jump off the Braves and go straight to St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay.
Just jumping ship. Dakota Hudson, Game 3 starter. Boom. Yankees and Indians, Brewers and Dodgers. That might be the best series of them all. I want to see the Dodgers and the Brewers. I don't know.
Is Yelich 100% now?
I think he's as good as he can play.
That dude's a stud, man. How about that outfield 3 years ago? Stanton, Yelich,
Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah. We saw it. Anna Lee and I went down there and it was just like, and they had real mold behind the plate. And you wonder why the Marlins ever, if they could pay these players, would ever lose.
Yeah.
Back to you, Bilo.
And we're going to run away for our next commercial break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up the show, so stay with us. We'll be back right after these words.
Innovation and high-performance design. The Spyder Stinger Auger Bit. The state-of-the-art automatic feed precision tip won't clog, won't wander, and naturally digs in for no thrust drilling. The Spyder Stinger Auger Bit cuts fast and accurate, and clean entry and exit holes save you cleanup time on the job site. The Stinger cuts 20 times faster and makes 10 times more holes than conventional bits. Hardened cutting edges powers through nails, and the two-flute design reduces friction for optimal chip flow and easy cutting. The Speed Hex won't slip in the chuck and fits quick change power tool chucks. The Stinger Auger is excellent for hard wood, lineman work, and drilling through large timbers, and is impact rated for use in your battery-powered impact tools. Cut more holes faster with the accurate and easy-to-use Spyder Stinger line of auger bits.
Brought to you by the fine folks at Gary Thacker Insurance over at 2382 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. You can reach Gary and the gang over there at 706-866-8283. Summit Rental and Sales down at 5012 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. You can reach Todd and the crew at 706-841-0777. River City Athletic Fields. They're the title sponsor for our top 10 list, and they're just a bunch of good guys over that way. Alex Vaughn and the crew at River City Athletic Fields make some of the finest playing surfaces this side of the Mississippi. Phil's Primetime Pizza down in beautiful Chickamauga, Georgia. You can reach them at 706-375-4448. Kevin and the crew make some of the finest Italian food around. Until you've had a lunch combo with a couple of good slices of pizza and a bag of Funyuns and a Dr. Pepper, you hadn't lived. Greg Payne over at Summit Funding. Loan officer for all your home loan and refinance needs at 423-645-9404. That's our good friend Greg Payne. Chattanooga Flower Market, 8610 East Brainerd Road over in Chattanooga at 423-899-2440 or ChattanoogaFlowerMarket.com. They put together some of the most beautiful bouquets and floral arrangements anywhere in the city of Chattanooga, and they do offer same-day delivery. So if you get in trouble with your wife, you can make a call to them, and they'll take care of you. Hot Shots Cheerleading, the Hot Shots All-Stars over at 117 Heron Street in Port Oglethorpe. You can reach them at 423-509-9732. Whether your child is a gymnast, a tumbler, a cheerleader, you want to make them a better athlete, send them to Hot Shots.
Lock Sign Company. Give our buddy Jeff Locke a call for all your sign needs. Commercial, industrial, home or auto, Jeff can do them all. Lock Sign Company is located at 1579 Lafette Road in Rossville. Call them today at 706-866-5814. Tell Jeff the Scenic City guy sent you his way.
Choo Choo Barbecue of Chickamauga. Jeff Beagles and the crew at 12960 U.S. Highway 27 down in Chickamauga, Georgia. You can reach them at 706-375-7675. And folks, if you like barbecue, this is the place for you. The smell of that place is absolutely heavenly. You walk in, you want to chew your arm off, so it doesn't get any better. And they are also the title sponsor of our Friday Night Scoreboard.
Night Designs, decals, signs, graphics of all kinds. Home or auto, Jay Knight is your guy. One of our top fans and biggest supporters, Jay Knight will get you fixed right up. No job too small. Check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/Knight Design 2017. Check out Jay Knight today. All right, and we are back from our commercial break and getting to what we was talking about during break. Those that were watching on Facebook Live probably seen the behind-the-scenes camera, which is kind of really cool. It's a little bit over Randall's head.
It's over there now.
Yeah, you moved it over in the corner.
Yeah.
So
did you put baby in the corner?
Put baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Corner.
That's right.
He ain't gonna repeat what you said.
I think you heard me wrong.
No.
I heard the same thing.
You changed the vowel, a consonant.
The lead consonant.
Yeah.
I was talking about former Braves third baseman Bob Horner.
No, you didn't even say H.
No. Well, we digress.
LMNO. We both heard it. It's okay.
Okay.
Where do you need it? Back over in the computer?
Oh. Yeah.
So many chords that are changing around now. Yeah, you have to watch your
uncomfortable.
Watch the pounding. But we talked about right before we went to break. You said you're not ready to declare Mahomes
the best quarterback in the NFL, and I think the main reason is
I don't know if he's the best. Talented, he's great. Talent-wise, would you still say he's better than Aaron Rodgers?
I don't want to, because I've had a man crush on Rodgers for over a decade now.
He's a beast.
He's the best quarterback in the history of the NFL, in my mind. And we've talked about it before. You take Aaron Rodgers and put him with New England.
And that's
I bet they
interesting.
win more Super Bowls.
I love this conversation too, because you can do this with a lot of the different quarterbacks.
Sure.
If you put Aaron Rodgers in with Patriots, they win more Super Bowls. But if you took, all right, let's say because the Patriots or the Steelers, they're kind of neck and neck with Super Bowls. If you put Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers, do they win more?
What, Ben Roethlisberger's won too? Yeah, I think he'd have more than that.
I don't know if it's because Ben's he just wasn't healthy. So if you had Big Ben all year long, every year like you did Aaron Rodgers, would it make a difference, or would Aaron Rodgers fit that system?
Oh, I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Roethlisberger.
What if you put Big Ben in the Patriot system and drop and play? How many do they win? Healthy Big Ben.
Probably the same. I don't think he'd win them all.
I don't think he would either. If he could stay healthy, he has a great arm. He has great accuracy.
Yeah,
and he can extend the play.
He's really, really good. I'm not trying to disparage it, but Aaron Rodgers can move. And still, Randall, you probably remember this throw against the Vikings, the Hail Mary, when he threw it 70 yards in the air with both feet off the ground. What cracks me up is, the announcers are just completely in love with Patrick Mahomes, which is fine because he's really, really good. He's the only quarterback ever that can make that throw. How do you forget about Aaron Rodgers? Or Brett Favre?
I was about to say Brett Favre definitely could have made it.
Dan Marino.
Marino had a strong arm. Vic had a fairly strong arm.
He did, but Vic wound up. Marino was boom, bow.
Marino, if there's a clinic on how to be a quarterback, it's Dan Marino.
It is, no doubt. And I would love to see, I wished we would have the ability to watch a healthy Michael Vick play out his career instead of what happened to him.
Would you see the touchdown Rodgers threw Sunday night?
Yeah.
He's kind of floating. He's not really rolling left. He's just kind of floating left. Doesn't off back heels, flips it. I mean, a teardrop. 45 yards in the air, not counting the height, right there in stride. Just flipped it.
Yeah. All right, here's one for you. Russell Wilson.
To me, if it's not Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson's best quarterback in the NFL.
Put Russell Wilson in the Patriot system. How many Super Bowls
won more?
More?
Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Yes.
Okay.
And it took me a long time to come to peace with that.
It did me too. I was the last one on the ship with that one.
But that dude is the real deal.
He's nice.
And they don't. I mean, if he played on a team that let him throw it like Patrick Mahomes does, he would throw for 400 yards a game.
So Patrick Mahomes in on the Patriots. More Super Bowls?
Well, he's had a nice 2 years.
Yeah,
that guy's way too young to even talk about that yet.
To me, Patrick Mahomes can be as great. I mean, 10 years from now, we might say he's as great.
Right.
Healthy. Yeah. That's what it's going to be.
And what's going to happen when salary comes and
that's
Hill and Kelsey's not there.
Talk to me in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because your boy from Georgia, Hardman's going to be gone. Yeah. Kelsey's going to be gone. Tyreek Hill's going to be gone.
Yeah.
As much as I'm for players getting paid, I am
too.
But if he's just went and hamstrung his team.
So 30 months ago, Matt Ryan was the NFL MVP. The Falcons, except for a fourth quarter collapse, are the best team in the NFL. They just come off a dismantling of the Seahawks, and for 3 quarters and 4 minutes, dismantled the Patriots.
They were ready to celebrate, yeah.
And now
they're ready to run Dan Quinn out of town.
They're horrible on defense. Horrible.
On their tackling. And I get the coach is the one that's going to go.
Yeah.
But everything I read Sunday on Facebook, Dan Quinn's got to go now. Don't let him on the butt. If you watch the game, I didn't see Dan Quinn in helmet and shoulder pads. But I saw a lot of Falcons players missing tackles, missing assignments.
So I'm really close to the Falcons. I'm a Falcons fan.
Oh, yes.
When they take Quinn and leave him out of the bus, let's not forget about Thomas Dimitroff, Vic Beasley, Tack McClinley. The best draft pick we have made. There's 2 that I go, okay, good picks. 3 maybe. They crucified him for drafting your boy from Florida because he was a second round at best projection.
Neil?
Yeah.
Well, and he's on the field. He's awesome.
But, I mean, he's a great player.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he really overpaid for him. Calvin Ridley, great pick, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Deion Jones, great pick, no doubt about it. everything else is pretty much a disaster since the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And even Neal, I feel like they could have sat in the backside of the second round and got him. So, I mean, fire Quinn all you want, but when you they drafted Vic Beasley over a healthy Todd Gurley back when Todd Gurley was the MVP of the league. So,
Right.
I don't know.
But you put Matt Ryan at New England.
No.
With a coach and with a good core, can you do it?
I'm afraid Matt Ryan. I think I'm going to disagree and say yes, but right now, no. Matt Ryan has been Atlanta. And
yeah.
I'll say this. I thought I was devastated when they drafted him. But he turned out better than I expected. But I don't think he's better than Tom Brady, and I don't think he would have won
He's
6.
not better.
Matt Ryan ain't even close to being as good as Tom
better,
Brady.
but do you think he would have won?
I don't think he'd have won 6
If
Super
you'd
Bowls.
put Matt Ryan in that system,
He might have 2.
no. I think he's got
I'm
more than 2. I think he's got at least 4.
I'm not
He's pretty accurate. He's not consistent.
I'm not a big Roethlisberger guy, so I would put Roethlisberger and Matt Ryan in the mid pack of quarterbacks.
Oh,
What
no.
about Stafford?
Randall.
Or would Stafford, if he was
Stafford and
somewhere
Roethlisberger
else?
is the best comparison, I think, of 2 quarterbacks.
So if Stafford would have gone somewhere that has prolific talent
Randall.
after Calvin Johnson.
It took him a while to become. He's a good NFL quarterback.
Today,
now.
Matthew Stafford's better than Roethlisberger. At Roethlisberger's prime, Roethlisberger was a much better quarterback than Stafford was. My problem with Roethlisberger is as much to do with off the field as on the field.
Yeah.
But would Stafford have any?
Stafford could have been a great quarterback in the right system,
That's
but
what I
he
mean,
took a
if he
long
needs
time to
system.
grow up.
Yeah. Well, when he was
that
at Georgia,
exactly.
when he was at Georgia, his arm strength was so unreal. He would try to throw it through the wide receivers, and it would bounce. If they were on a 40-yard pass, it would bounce back to him after it hit him.
So Jay Cutler and Matthew Stafford is the same quarterback to me.
I agree.
But Stafford
For a while. Stafford's better than Cutler ever was
Stafford
now.
has grown up now. In
The last 2 years,
Yeah.
I've seen a different guy.
Absolutely.
And he's always been fun to watch because you knew I want him to load up and uncork one.
Who was the quarterback that at the end of practice, the coach would make him throw it?
Brett Favre.
Throw it in the upper deck.
Yeah, Jerry Glanville's. They tell the story about it, and Favre himself says he was still into the deep into the booze at that point, so he didn't know his playbook. And Favre would just at the end of practice come on out, throw it up in the upper deck, Mississippi. And the Falcons had Chris Chandler, who took them to a Super Bowl. So
now. Switching back just for a second, because I wanted to get back to this, because I asked Brittany this, and she stepped out. It was kind of funny.
Why do you have a thumb ring on?
It's not a thumb ring.
Yeah,
It
but
is
you're
this.
wearing it like a thumb
No,
ring.
I've had it on this finger. I've had it over here. I've been flipping it. It's one of those things that
like
you can't put it
non-hetero.
down.
It says high school,
Yeah, I thought I was waiting
You
on
going steady?
I thought you was gonna call him a millennial because it looked like a.
No, it's
I call him a millennial daily.
If I leave this laying around, he's gonna put some kind of rope on it, like he did that one.
Yeah, check this out. It's fire.
He made that, and he's proud of it. But the monkey fist at the end is too small.
It's not a monkey fist.
Well, this
it's
was
just a diamond knot. That's all it's called. It's supposed to be.
So
the
the monkey fist would be pretty cool on it.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole chili and peanut butter. I asked Brittany if she's ever ate a peanut butter sandwich with chili, and she went, "What? No." And there she is. And I said, all these guys have, and she says, and you see they clearly are a few fries short of a Happy Meal, except Randall. He said I looked pretty, so he's clearly the brains.
Gotcha.
All well and good. Don't care.
You
He's
bit his
mad
head off
because you bit his head off when you come in.
You really did.
Well, how was I supposed to be here at 4:30 when your podcast don't even start until 6:30? I had to shave my legs.
Your words were, "I'm coming there from work."
No, I did not. Say that.
Here's the
I said
thing I've
after the
learned with
gym.
Dennis. You need to tell him, I'll be there, and leave it at that.
I'm gonna start saying that.
But you do, and you don't even show up.
Well, she's been in a
I'm gonna
contract
be there.
dispute too.
And I don't even show
About
up.
what?
No, you're supposed to.
Just go with it.
Yeah, okay.
Because he had a contract, 17-page contract dispute with that guy.
Who's pounding on the table again?
It's probably me when I grabbed this. Over Cherry Coke. mini fridge, and July 1st being D-Swane Day.
But didn't he change the day? Didn't he
Hey, as
want
long
his
as it's
own
not
day
June
set
30th,
aside?
that's my day.
Now June 30th is going to be Brittany Day.
It is my day. The whole month of June is
yeah,
my
but the entire month of June is her month.
Randall, what is some of your contract negotiations going to be?
He's done said Phil's and Battlefield Burger.
He wants 5 Battlefield burgers.
I don't want it. I'm going to eat them on the air.
If they sponsor us.
If they sponsor us, and I will finish all 5.
5 of the doubles.
Yes.
Yeah.
With jalapenos and A1.
Yeah.
I will say
that's the best burger going right now.
The girls that done the TikTok at Phil's or whatever that put it on her TikTok.
Yeah, we never did see those.
Well, they follow me on TikTok and they talk back and forth on my lives, and
Yeah.
they go to Phil's every Thursday, and they were asking about y'all.
They didn't go.
We've got fan
They won't
base.
be there this Thursday.
We've had fan base, man.
No, we're building more.
They go
now
there looking for us.
But now she has what, 55,000?
No, I have.
It's
I was
crazy.
actually on TikTok, 58.8 thousand.
58,000 followers on.
58.
That would be 59. 58.8 would be
Okay,
almost
58,800 followers.
Yeah, I would round up.
Okay,
Here,
50,
here.
50.
I'd round up to 60. I got 60,000.
Don't look at my TikTok.
Yeah, Brittany, don't do that. No, we're not going to I wasn't going to advertise that.
It's Facebook for YouTube for Brittany Lauer makeup. Look, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
You butchered
Yeah,
it.
Laura. Her last name's not Laura.
You butchered it.
Don't look ugly when you can look nice. That's our theme song.
I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to try the chili and peanut butter
Well,
sandwiches.
Don't try it with any canned chili.
That's all the option I got unless I make
Then
fresh
you're not
chili
gonna do it
tonight.
Yeah, you're okay not to do it tonight.
No, we got to do it
But
tonight.
you can't
don't
do
know
it
me
with
too well.
You can't do it with the crappy
That
chili.
sucker knows what I'll do.
I know.
He does this bull crap to me. The last time when you that started the whole Mexican pizza deal being ended, knowing what I was going to do.
No, it's not. They still have it.
Till November what?
Yeah, it ends October.
Hey, they also took the spicy potato burrito off.
Here's the thing.
Get rid of Baja Blast.
What are you?
Malachi,
Taco Bell.
He shared it. He said, if you're just running out of money, please just say so.
Here's the thing.
Taco Bell. Dan Quinn.
I saw it at 2 in the morning. I was on the
That's
toilet,
pretty good.
and I was like, oh, wow.
TMI. We've had way too much toilet talk.
We know.
She was defecating, I'm sure.
You've heard it's the fire. If you want to risk not enjoying it because you got to have canned chili,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. That's your loss.
It's a fire, man. You need some fresh chili. I would not do it.
Yeah, don't do it with canned.
It might be all right on your 1,000th time with a canned chili.
Yeah, if you're just jonesing for some chili and peanut butter sandwich, fine.
And when I do canned, I throw enough hot sauce in it. I don't taste nothing but the hot sauce.
See, can't do it with that. It's just lackluster.
That's kind of
I
disappointing.
like chili with mustard.
Yeah. But
So you've got tomato soup,
Chili with ketchup's good too.
tomato
making it
paste.
hot?
I'm just getting a list. I ain't doing it tonight.
You know the tall tomato soup cans?
Yeah.
I use one of those.
Okay.
And then the small
Tomato paste. Gotcha.
I chop up usually about a half an onion.
No. Onion.
See, I've never put tomato soup in it. Like, I've never had it with tomato soup. I mean, I'm sure I have, but my mom doesn't use tomato soup. So I don't know.
Kidney,
I love tomato
chili.
anything. So all those 3 times of tomatoes that you put in is grand for
A
me.
touch of what? What was your touch you put in?
Paprika.
Paprika.
Yeah,
And
a
cayenne.
dash of paprika and about an 1/8 of a teaspoon, maybe a fraction more of cayenne.
Give it just a little bit.
It gives
kick.
you a little.
Do you put weenies in yours?
No, hamburger meat.
Choo Choo Barbecue. I'll eat 3 racks of ribs if you'll sponsor us. Live on the air.
Kidney beans.
Somebody bring me food.
Choo Choo sponsors St. C.
1 can of kidney beans. 1 can
Then
of
just 3 rack
chili
ribs.
beans.
Gotcha. And then hamburger meat. Do you do kibasas or weenies in yours?
Well, I don't cook, so my mom does, yes.
I'm so hungry. Anybody got any food? Annalie, give me them Haribo sandwiches.
She ate them all.
You could probably. There's one viewer that you could probably ask to bring you something and they would bring it by.
She just has to come from Rock Springs.
And it may be past her time out of the house. So let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go ahead and ask.
I've been asking on Facebook somebody bring me a burger out for like last 20 minutes.
And no one's taking you up on it?
No, somebody bring me some food. I'm hungry.
You gotta ask the person who lives in
Hush now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hurt you. There's something going on behind the scenes. It's him. He's the problem.
There's the behind the scenes camera right there.
It's always me.
Chances are that I wear a monogram. Let's get wrapped up. Here we go.
Oh, did you see?
Back to the fan back!
Golly.
There's only one viewer.
Yeah! Stay! Got my soulmate in D-Swane.
You're watching the behind the scenes? That's who my only viewer is.
It's a nut. I shared it. We got more viewers. I've got several on mine watching it, so it's more than that.
Okay.
The live is how many just clicked live screen. There's now it's starting to grow. Everybody must have said, "Oh my gosh, you just messed with Randy."
I just woke up half of Chickamauga.
Catoosa County. Yeah, there's 2 on here. Randy's crazy. But look at that shine, Randy.
Hey, look, I cut
Is that
hair.
Barnett's phone?
Bring me food.
I'm sorry, Dennis.
I'll get over it.
I'll make it up to you.
I'm glad to see
My
that
Thursday,
happen.
'cause I'm getting my hair done.
That's
Did.
fine.
Your hair did.
So if we have beans, you're not gonna be here to get them. Sorry.
So
Oh, well.
D-Swane said, Randall, I really think you ought to be nice to Brittany. We really got to bring her in the loop a little more. So I
I talked
was.
to him on the phone yesterday.
So
She did.
D-Swane, she's you were encouraging me to tell her she was. I know.
I get my head bit off for it.
Barnett said you didn't
I
look.
didn't mean to bite your head off.
Barnett's the only one that said you look like crap.
I like crap.
No, you look like crap.
No, I mean, I'm sure I do. Half of my makeup's on my shirt.
I didn't really say that, but I'm sure that's what was getting at.
Yeah, I didn't get it all out.
Georgia, you're bad.
I like this camera. When it.
Dennis,
What?
are you gonna stop shaking your foot anytime soon?
I am not.
She noticed it too. True Lowry's.
Okay.
That is a hereditary thing, ain't it?
My mom did it,
You
so
have a burner
sure.
phone. Maybe your burner phone could do it.
Are
so I
you
can watch.
filming?
So, question.
Yeah,
I have a
I'm
question
live
for you.
on the live.
So, I saw this thing on Facebook that was
Really
like, what's
behind
one
the
thing you got
scenes.
from your dad?
What, double look?
What would you say I got from
Double
dad?
look.
Hey, then put yours on this side. Let's put yours on
What
this
trait did you get from me?
sense of humor.
He went
The
nice.
side. The ditziness.
He went
You
nice.
think Dad's ditzy?
You think that was
Sometimes
nice?
your dad has some.
Yeah.
I didn't say it's a good sense of humor.
I'm hilarious, okay? So, yes, it is good to see humor.
Cleverness. Let's go with cleverness.
Live look in from both sides.
It definitely wasn't speech. You speak way better than
Yeah,
he does.
she has proper English. I
But
butcher
I talk on
English
the
bad.
phone for a living, so I have to.
Whoa, this ain't gonna work. I need your handle. Can I see your white thing?
Good Lord.
That
Did you
was
see
with
that?
force.
High heat.
Gas.
If
That was some heat.
If I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna throw it up in the chin. High heat. I need a burger really bad.
You need something. You need a Snickers there, Betty White.
I'm hangry.
I'm hungry.
He's hangry he's throwing everything.
Good job, Brittany.
Anna Lee, is this what happens when he turns into? He needs a Snickers.
I'm
Somebody-
3:30 and I need food.
That's
Hey,
me. You get
That's the chick from the Drew Carey show.
That is
Mimi?
Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi.
Oh yeah.
He's
Little less
turned into
hair.
Mimi. Do you need a Snicker bar?
I need. I have a top 7 in the SEC. I only rated of the teams that won.
Okay, well let's hear it.
Georgia 7.
You seriously went Georgia 7 out
Worst
of all
effort of the just
worst
the teams
of the
that won.
best.
If you won, you got rated higher. Texas A&M 6. Just week 1, your win. Tennessee 5.
Yes, baby.
That's just week 1's win quality.
That's all I
4.
got to hang my hat on right there.
4 Auburn.
Okay.
We barely won though.
Yeah, true point.
We wear. Let Dennis know when you say we, you got to give him a jersey number and what position you played and how long in the game you was in.
All right, so
Because he's fixing to ask. Hey, Brittany.
So
I wasn't going to ask because I know she didn't play.
3, Auburn.
Hold on. You had them at 4.
You had Auburn at 4.
You got them at 3 and 4?
Oh, no. 4, Auburn. 3. It's actually a tie for 2 between Mississippi State and Florida. Number 1, and clearly the best victory in the SEC, Alabama. They were more dominant than anybody.
What was Alabama's score?
38-19.
And you called that dominant over Missouri?
Yeah, they rolled the footballs out in the second half. They could have run the score. I mean, they could have done it.
And
was that bad?
Missouri scored a touchdown the very last play of the game.
And Florida would have been 2 even ahead of Mississippi State if not for the fact that they gave up 35. Kyle Pitts.
Hey, we got rookies.
Good luck with him is all I can say
I've been watching
to
his
everybody.
Facebook post forever.
The Rook, what's up?
Because he said country road.
Yeah, he did.
Take me home.
What's up, Rook? Come on, Rook, call me.
I belong
in West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Double burger.
Take me home.
With jalapenos.
Country road.
In A1.
What they close at 9? Is that what time they close?
I know it's going to have to be cookout tonight.
Yep, you're 6 minutes away.
It's going to have to be bacon sandwiches tonight.
While you're there, get the manager's information, the owner's information for Battle Burger, because it's local.
And they close at 9.
Yeah, I'm not making it
That's why
tonight.
he said he's going to cookout.
Yeah, I got to go cookout.
We'll get her information.
Yeah, cookout.
Yeah, we'll stop at cookout. Hey, is her? She single?
We should have already been off the air. Why are we still
a
on the air?
long cotton picking time ago.
What is going on? We're normally not on the air this long. That may be why.
It's Annalise's fault.
Oh, what just happened?
Yeah,
What's happened?
What just happened?
Why
here?
are we on it 9? We went on
Closing comments.
30.
We'll predict scores on Thursday.
6:45. That's still way too long.
Scores will be predicted Thursday on this show. You will hear Randall's beat your bookie. Probably bad information.
What we took down who was picking who last week, and again I lost that page.
I'd say we're all 6-1.
Well, my moral
I think
victory,
I'm 5-2 because I took Kentucky.
My moral victory was on.
I did not.
My moral victory was Florida giving up 21 points, and they wound up giving 30.
Who did you pick?
What
Did you
was
say you lost one on?
LSU.
Yeah, I think we all. picked that one.
I think Randall and I both said we thought Mississippi State would play with them, but LSU would end up winning.
Yeah.
So, and he picked Kentucky, so he's 5-2.
Right here, over here, kiddo. No, I don't have anything.
Mississippi State, who they play this week?
I don't have a schedule.
Because I want to bring this up real quick.
Not Florida, Tennessee, or Georgia.
You would think that somebody that's in the podcasting sports business would know this.
Yeah, I mean, where's this world coming to? Keith Perry, you'd think Jeff at Choo Choo Barbecue in Chickamauga would feed y'all as much as Gordon Lee is represented. Good point, Keith. And Choo Choo Barbecue does sponsor Scenic City Sports. They probably don't know that we're a branch of Scenic City Sports.
We'll have to talk to Jeff Friday night, won't we?
Yes, so we definitely need something going on there. So, we're looking because we can do separate.
We just like food.
Yeah, we can.
I'm
the
hungry.
I love me some choo-choo too.
Runs off
good
a
stuff, boy.
different count. So
Ryan
we could
loves
actually.
Oh, I love
what
their
is it?
catfish. They're catfish. Choo Choo Barbecue's catfish is.
I'm down with that. So.
Yeah, we just like food. So if any foods
suppliers
wants to sponsor,
there's only one pizza place we really want to entertain.
Yeah.
That's Phil's.
Yeah, pizza we couldn't care.
I spit on other pizza.
Yeah, there's nobody like Phil's.
So South Carolina takes on Florida.
I'll go South Carolina.
Okay.
Florida.
South Carolina by 20.
We're gonna pick Thursday.
But Mississippi State plays Arkansas. So they're 2-0.
Oh, they're 2-0.
2-0, easy. Ole Miss.
Ole Miss plays Kentucky.
2-0.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a good
I think
game.
Ole Miss will take Kentucky.
That might be the game of the week.
I bet it will be close.
The one I'm interested in is my man crush is going to have to prove he's my man crush. Number 13, Texas A&M at number 2, Alabama.
All right, closing comments, Barnett.
I ain't got none.
You ain't never got none?
I pulled one of you.
I ain't never did got none.
I pulled one of you.
How many negatives can we do?
It's enough.
Ain't never gonna get none.
Ain't never. Not
Sounds like my dating life. Ain't never going to get one.
Ain't never not.
Ain't never not going to get one. How many is that? Is that
3?
Is that a quad?
It's just 3.
Ain't never
not
gonna
get one. That's
okay. 3.
Still
So
3.
we need ain't never not.
Can't.
Ain't never.
Yeah, it's can't.
Ain't never can't.
Can't and ain't never not. Ain't never.
Not
Gonna.
Ain't never.
Y'all
not.
work on that off air.
Ain't never. Ain't can't. What? Can't ain't never not gonna get none. Closing comments.
Thursday we'll be making the picks, and
Megan, give a heart and a thumbs up for something.
I'd like to get home and watch some of the debate. I hope y'all are watching it. I'm curious to see how Biden and Trump square off against each other.
That's going to get ugly.
In the meantime, y'all pray for our country. Pray for each other. Pat somebody on the back.
Good game on.
Oh, I do have something. When D-Swane's done.
That's all for me for now.
Be in prayer and be in thought for Fulton County. There was 2 of their deputies today got killed in a car wreck.
Ooh.
On the same car wreck. So they're already short-handed. Fulton County is with the stuff going on, and then they lose 2 deputies in a car wreck today.
That is bad. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you watching as always, and we are in the process of growing, and with growing comes growing pains. So we are trying to grow into our own sports channel on Roku that is coming up. Hopefully within a year's time we will have that. And can you imagine 24-hour sports channel on Roku from Scenic City Sports?
This mug.
Wow, that's crazy. But it's even getting better than that. We've got some other things working that we hope we'll be able to announce soon. We did get our contract negotiations so far worked out enough to where he would make an appearance, so it's good to have my boy back in the house. Pray for our country, like they said. Make sure you support your pastor, your church this week. Go to church somewhere tomorrow. Love your family and take care of each other, and we will see you next time. Take care, and may God richly bless you.
Peace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners.
Hello? You play to win the game.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. That's all I got to say. It takes me one to pee.